Hello and welcome everyone, it's Shanna. Now today I'm going to play with my Love Notes kit that is from Lizi. And I've got some of the stamped typewriters already stamped out, blended, and ready to go. I've got this beautiful frame die from Lizi. And then I'm just going to show you some of the pieces that are in the kit, just roughly. I did an unboxing, I'll link it up so you can check it out. But beautiful pattern papers, 6x6. I had several sheets of these. I've made several cards already. And then you have this page of borders. And then these were cut aparts on the back, so you could use for scrapbooking. Lots of scrapbooking cut aparts that you can use, and beautiful pattern paper on the other side. And we've got larger ones and smaller ones. We've got some square ones. And then we've got some sticker sheets that have all kinds of fun stuff on them. Florals, images, letters. We've got some foil. I don't have much of that left. I made a bunch of cards with foil. Here are the add-on pill-offs. And just all kinds of fun bits and pieces. Little stickers, stars, hearts. These little butterfly strips. I've got some more pattern paper here. It's not very organized because I've really, I've made several cards with it and kind of tore into the kit already. But I know my next kit is going to arrive soon, and so I thought I'd just grab this real quick and make a quick card. Here's some more of the stickers. And some more pill-offs, and just showing you there's some red metallic paper that was in the kit, and this is the beautiful border die. Love it. I had die cut some of those out. I think I'll actually show you those. Here's the stamp set and some more paper. And then I've just got some other bits and pieces that I bought from Lizi that I have laying there. These are my scraps. Now here are all the embellishment pieces. This is where the fun is. Just all kinds of fun stuff. Buttons and bows and ribbon and sequins. And here's the border die I've played with a little bit. Just showing you all the bits and pieces. A great kit and a great value for the money. And if you want some fun pieces, Lizi really put some fun stuff in her kits. So I'm just going to grab a card base. Now we're going to make a quick card. I spent a good deal of time last night making a card and a video that I thought would air today. But come to find out, that particular card and video is not supposed to air for a while. So I was like, oh man. So since I didn't have anything ready for my channel for today, woke up early this morning and I thought, I'm going to grab this kit and just make a quick card with it. And so that's what I'm doing. Now, I wanted to use that frame die there. It's kind of like puts me in mind of a fancy mirror or a fancy picture, that die. And I also wanted to use some of those borders stickers that I haven't used yet. So that's what we're going to use on this card. And this is completely real time. I did this card in under 15 minutes. And actually less than that, because I spent probably 3 minutes showing you all the pieces that were included in the kit that I had left. Anywho, so I'm going to use this cardstock that was included in the kit. There were several sheets of cardstock, and I cut them all down to A2 size panels and just had them stacked there. But I'm going to use this pink. I think it'll look lovely with the green and the pattern paper that I've chosen there. I'm going to trim it down a little bit. My card base was off. And I thought I'd use this frames paper here. It's got a frame in there that kind of has a scalloped edge around it like the die that I'm using, and so I thought it'd be pretty. Now, when I flipped it over and saw the blue on the back, I love the blue too. It's so hard to decide which side of the paper to use sometimes because there's so many fun patterns. And I cut this one down to, I think I did 3 by 5 1/4 on this because I knew I wanted to bring in one of those border strips and add it to my card. And so I left some room there to lay the border strip down. And I wanted to bring in this fun floral one. And it is, I think it's probably, I don't know, I didn't measure. It's probably 7 inches or so, maybe 8 inches. And I'm going to cut it down here and I actually cut it wrong. I should have cut it at 5 1/4. I think I cut it at 5. So I'm 1/4 of an inch too short, and I won't realize it until I go to lay it down. And so I'll have to come up with a solution for that. So here I'm going to lay it down thinking it's right, and then I'll realize that I've cut it 1/4 of an inch too short. And I'm like, what have I done here? I try to split the difference, and then I'm like, no, I don't like that. So what I'll do is pull it off, and I'm just going to cut it in half. And we'll line it up at the top and the bottom, and then we'll put something over it so that you can't see that I cut it wrong. So mistakes happen, and you just have to roll with it, figure out a way to fix it, and that's what I'm going to do here. After I'd cut it, I didn't want to waste it. I suppose I could have laid it back down on that sticker sheet and chose another one and cut it and then used it for something else, but I'm coming up with a little solution here, and it'll take me a minute to get them all lined up here. But we'll get it problem solved. So yesterday was such a lovely day. And, I'd had the kids all weekend. I didn't do my lives because I had them overnight while Mom and Dad took Big Sister and her little friend on a little getaway for a long weekend. And so I kept the boys, and I was worn out, quite honestly. And then we were back to our regular schedule, so I actually slept in a little bit because Dad's still home healing from the accident that he was in. But he was able to, get up with him, and they had breakfast and everything, and then I went and got him. And I was just so worn out, I thought, I'm going to wear these kids out. So I picked him up, got him dressed and ready, and we went to the elementary school. The school's out at spring break, and they have a great playground set there that was just right for the age of the boys. And so I took them to the school and just let them play. It was such a gorgeous day. I just let them run and play and just wore them out. And then it was later than we normally have lunch, but they'd had a big breakfast. So I took them back to the house thinking I'll feed them and then they'll take a nap. So I got them their lunch. And then, of course, they got another burst of energy, and I was like, oh, they're not going to take a nap. But Pat was going to actually run the mower across the yard and kind of clean up the winter mess, just basically leaves that had blown into the flower beds. And he blew them all out, and he mowed the yard to, just basically mow up the leaves and everything. And the boys were all interested in that. So I took them outside, and they just basically followed him around with the mower. And they love equipment. I mean, they are boys. And so they just followed him around with the mower and the blower and just watched everything he did and ran around the yard. And then they started getting tired. And so I brought him in and put him down for a nap. They took a nice little nap, and it was time for Mom to pick him up. So I told Pat it was such a perfect day because they weren't inside terrorizing the house, and they were outside having fun. And I'm so glad the weather has broke. I'm hoping that we're on a good stretch of weather now so that I can get these boys outside playing and doing things that boys should do and not cooped up in the house terrorizing the house. So I'm hoping for a stretch of good weather. So we'll see how today goes. It's supposed to be warm, but I'm afraid we're going to get some rain. So we'll see. Hopefully we can get some time outside before I have to bring them inside and try to keep them entertained and under control. Okay, so we've got our beautiful die-cut frame laid down there, and I put some vellum with just some double-sided adhesive on there, and I'm going to just start bringing in some elements to cluster on that frame, and we're going to use that typewriter to cover up my boo-boo. I already had it ink blended and stamped and ready to go, and so it's going to be a quick card. So I'm going to use these floral elements. I've been using them, as you can tell, and I'm just going to cluster them on there. I know I've made a card like this already. I made a bunch of fun cards for the Love from Lizi channel with this set as well. And I might link some of those at the end of this video so that you can see the variety of patterns and stuff that I've used for this set, so you can check them out. I'll add them at the end so you can see that. Because there really was quite a bit of variety. I made several black and white cards with this set as well. So I'll try to link those at the end so you can check them out. And I'm just going to kind of create a cluster, and then we'll put our typewriter down. And I'm going to put some foam tape because I've got different levels there, and so that I can kind of get it to lay a little bit more even. We'll just put some foam tape on there, and that'll kind of help compensate for the different levels that we're laying on. So I'm going to get this voiceover done and hopefully get this saved and uploaded to the channel, and maybe it'll be ready to run by 10 a.m. I don't know. I've been having really slow upload lately with YouTube, and I don't know why. It's not my internet. I don't know if it's just the times that I'm uploading it's not good for YouTube or what, but it's been taking a minute. And sometimes I've been having to like delete them and then re-upload them, and it definitely is a process. So we'll get this laid down on here. And I think I'm finished, and then I remember I've got these green embellishments that I've not used on this, and I'll remember that, and then I'll bring them in, and we'll use some of those gems. This is where I'm remembering. I should use something else that I have. Sometimes I forget. And these are kind of an emerald green. They didn't really work with the black and white cards that I made, so I hadn't used them up to this point, but I thought they'd work on this with all the green we have on it, so we'll get them laid down in here. That one kind of popped off, but it landed upside down, so it was easy to pick up and get laid down on there. So this will pretty much finish off our card, and I hope you like it. Thanks for watching, and have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.